We're going to break it down beyond the psychology on this one, right? We're going to remind ourselves our own motto first thing. No matter what violent storm is going on around us, our inner waters stay calm and we make the best decisions no matter what. We're Jedi navigational entities in this insanely beautiful, wide spectrum life. A lot of you are just familiar with the city spectrum, the normal spectrum, the social culture prescription on how things are supposed to be. A lot of that has a big percentage of that body, that herd going through is very much in the popularity contest, very much in the superficiality, very much with the cool guy syndrome, right? Where I know everything. I know about that. I know. Instead of a learning cognition, you know what I mean? That has to be programming. Take it from me. I went out and lived in the jungle for 8 years, right? No phone, no bank account, all right? Invisible on the internet during that time. Still making a little ninja meme exhibition here and there. However, my personages was not on the internet. I only came on the internet for a divine purpose. I gave every chance for this person to be able to unlock themselves, right? Like every natural chance. But I wasn't able to get through because of this psychological programming. I told you we're going to go beyond psychiatry today. Because psychiatry itself is a mouth sound another man made up to describe the metaphysical realm, the metaphysical conditions that come from the metaphysical environment and the physical environment, right? We're products of our environment, or we become strong enough to what I started out with the video. Our state remains regardless of the environment and the violence and the drama and the distraction and the deception. We're so strong. And as a cultivator, I'll tell you right now, of the spirit tipping alternative agriculture model, links below. Follow, like, support someone around you who's talented and pushing forward when everyone's too scared to do so because of programming. Because you've been programmed into a fear life. You've heard it before, you've heard it from other people. I'm here to tell you it's real. And it's real severe. And if you do the vision quest and go out into nature and build intuition and build voice and volume higher than the environment around you and more nobler and with stronger honor code, because we're in the toxic soup, ladies and gentlemen. You can't see that while you're standing in it. Again, go to nature. Vision quest time. It's my number one recommend. It's the number one thing I'm thankful that I did. Well, it's at the top 10. You know, I've been blessed by that good old adage, all that good old two mouth sounds, right? That actually hold weight in this world. We'll save that for a minute, bro. Many of you already have a relationship with that. Let me tell you how beneficial it is to have a relationship with nature too. How that's probably part of the thing, right? When Moses took the slaves out, probably from eating corn and rice, and showed them manna, which is probably the nutritional diversity diet, nutritionaldiversity.com diet, right? And freed them and allowed them to be independent and not codependent, right? Which is what we need to be sustainable. Everything in nature doesn't just serve one purpose. As a matter of fact, it serves two or more, according to the genius author Bill Mollison of the Permaculture Design Manual that has fruitioned into, that has bloomed into, that has many different mouth-sounded into, see, we're not just getting beyond psychology, we're getting beyond the English language, right? I'll tell you how I became such a Jedi here at the end too. So whatever mouth sounds you want to use, the fruition has produced insane alternative agriculture sites, links below. We do retreats at them. In 10 days, you'll tell me what everyone tells me, that you haven't felt this good in a long time, because you're eating proper, because you're inoculating your microbiome with everything that the deer and the elk is inoculating their microbiome. What nature intended you to inoculate your microbiome from, with some impressive distraction and programming. And let me just clarify for you. You're either living the distraction or you're living the truth. Right? You're either living the distraction or you're living the truth. That's all there is. There's truth and distraction from the truth. The truth, especially when you got something that you did wrong or something that's hard to say, follow me, then it's really hard to tell the truth. It's easier to tell a lie. Those kinds of experiences are the ones you need to clarify what the natural high grounds are in the metaphysical realm. Remember that physics and quantum physics teach us everything in the physical realm was metaphysical first. It's of a metaphysical design, right? A molecular structure pattern that was likely pre-assembled before physically existing. When you conceive of your enterprise or who you want to become and you work every day towards that, you could put the words, I'm doing a magic spelling and putting it all together and making it happen, right? With probably my intentions more than psychiatrists recognize, more than clinical science is willing to see. And seeing is twofold. Accepting means you've really investigated and verified that what you're looking at is what you're looking at. Because if it's not, and you put it into this recipe, this machine, this chemistry, and it's off of the dose, and that's the magic right there, ladies and gentlemen, with everything, with nature, with sustainable living, with your psychological health, with your spiritual health. It's a balance issue. It's a carbon, nitrogen balance issue. It's a chemical, chemistry, metaphysical, molecular, structure pattern, crystalline, or bleh, if it's cancerous and on the negative side. These things are now measurable in the 2008 Dr. Masaru Emoto microscopic water pictures test, right? Which is totally duplicatable. It gets duplicated all the time. And there's even a cool rice test that you just put out as like an example people can do in their home, where, well, I'll let you look that up on your own. There's a certain, one of the reasons I'm so Jedi is because I study every day. I get up early and I work on myself and I study and I just sharpen that blade. And over time, over 4 years, I've been doing 5 hours of self-development, study of the greats, exercise, and just self-construction and self-development and prayer and dedication and alignment and magnetization towards goodness and God and getting my wings in stage 2. I really do believe that we've been explained some real stuff about rank and hierarchy and being able to earn a good place in heaven and a great role. And I mean, for me, man, I just really love the idea of God. I really love the idea of archangels. And I really do believe that I can see how Yeah, there's a bigger hand, man, that's keeping us safe, that's looking after us, that's allowing us. It has rules and regulations that it's given itself to allow itself, us, to train ourselves. And I know this is starting to get a little bit esoteric here, but believe me, when people are saying similar things that I'm saying, and that it is hard to understand it, it's actually, it's along these lines, it's really actually true. There's a voodoo verse, if you will, right? And our psychology, Jedi, James Bond, and James Bond-ette group here has a cool video game project and community. So if you're into video games, see the VoodooBreaker.com links below. Alright? If you're into coffee, go to epicdon.org. And if you have psychological problems and you would like to heal them through a group setting, sign up for the Mastermind Self-Development Powwow morning exercise below. And we do that every day. Sometimes it's just me and somebody, but I do that every day. I really, truly am holding myself to the grinding stone like nobody. And that's what we all got to do, man. And you know what? I don't want a special badge for it. I'm not your guru. I'm your fellow journeyman. You know, and I've found something that can get me through the hardest challenges there are in life. Really. And how could I get that and not share it and hold the line? I've also been blessed so much with these amazing experiences by all these angels. What respect am I paying back to them? By just sitting out there loving on my dog with smoking cigars in peace and quiet in paradise. I don't need to be doing this. I would only do this for a seriously valiant reason. That's the only reason I started. And it continued to grow. The valiant reasons continued to grow. So I'm definitely just gonna, and while I seem to be circumstantially placed and pushed into fulfilling a better job at this than I've previously done before, and to proceed valiantly, and let me just tell you, when you proceed valiantly at every single crossroad, you do what you don't want to do, but you do it, and you do it well, and you do it like you love to do it, like Crystal Amato type Mark Tyson, and Mike Tyson has repeated a million times of all of us, giving respect to his sensei. We are more than blessed to be here. We are more than blessed to be graduated if we are to where we've gotten to. And if we sit there and be disrespectful to the stages above us, we'll never get ahead. Right? If we don't give credit where it's due, we'll never get ahead. But guess what? I'm working on myself right now. A really true Jedi stays clean, calm, and precise. He doesn't dig and name call and all that, right? Well, in the face of the most grotesque, pathetic, horrible, ridiculous, bullshit, child abuse, dark, selfish person that lies to everyone that they know. Did I say person? I meant piece of shit. See? I slipped. I'm your fellow journeyman. You don't have to hate on me. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like, hey, who does this guy thinks he is? Because that's the programming. When somebody in your community, like Braveheart, we all love him on the movie, picks up the battle axe and says, all right, I've had enough of this shit. These motherfuckers came into my family. Well, everybody's supposed to gang up. No. The king successfully psyoped all these people before. And they're atomically structured now. I told you, hardcore psychology channel. I'm supposed to be precise and accurate and clean. And they've been, even some of the toughest people I ever knew, have now been programmed and psyoped into becoming straight, cold bitches. I'll say it one more time. And this is science. This is more scientific terminology than the scientific. straight cold bitches. And they're deceptive to themselves, and they're deceptive to their family, and they believe deceptions, and they're just a rolling ball on the deceptive side. They're one little node in the deceptive circuit board of bleh. See the Dr. Masaru Emoto's science I just told you about a minute ago. You know, if someone like me tells you to go look up something like that, and you don't, who are you? You lie to yourself like you're any kind of worth anything. Your work really does instill your worth. You've got to put the work in. You've got to churn the cream. You've got to purify yourself, or you're just another parasitic, toxic person who's been programmed, drifting around in the modern speaker sound. You know what I mean? Straight up. You're a product of your environment, and you're just simply because you're not strong enough to grow out of it. I want you to be strong enough to grow out of it. I'm a real winner that wants to see you win. And that's all I want to see. You know? Isn't that right, my beautiful baby? Blue. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My daddy's got pure love, man. There's no small bone in his body. Gossip is illegal around here. If someone's gossiping around here, someone else is going to tell them real quick, dude, do not do that next to that guy. You know, it is illegal because it's witchcraft. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be like that. Don't worry about anyone else except people that are doing better than you, and then your cognition is the opposite of that. You're asking questions. Ooh! And you know, sometimes in the calmness, in the storm, you decide it's time to be violent. It's time to stand up for ourselves. It's time to do the right thing. It's time to tell the hard truth, as loud as can be. Now you're organizing your atomic molecular structure as a valiant human being. And that will be not just a symptom in the water that is 85% you, but that will be a symptom all over the place. And definitely the angelic bodies above can recognize exactly, precisely, cleanly what degree of valiance, honor, and honesty, and doing the right thing regardless of the consequences and when no one's looking, that you are. Mike Tyson saw that in his DMT experience. Duncan Trussell saw something that was highlighting valiance and athletic talent and artistic talent and scientific discovery or whatever, right? Just highlights were being stored, you know? There's so much more than that. Chris Langan with the IQ of 200, theory of everything, TOE. Take a look at that. That's what I saw in nature. What he's talking about is exactly what I saw after spending enough time, and this takes a few years actually. If you stay for, yeah, it takes a few years. If you're out there for a few years, you will start to step into, I shouldn't even really talk, you know, all I can really do is tell you that nature heals, that there is more than meets the eye to this whole thing, that there's, you know, let me tell you right now, there's evil out in the forest, no doubt about it, all right? Like dark, you can feel it to your bones, evils, all right? In the jungle, in the forest. There's also beauty, there's also miracle. It's an upgrade, man. The jungle gym is really quite the frontier. Once you start getting deep enough and you've spent long enough time out there, then you start realizing more and more what you're inside of. And that takes time, and that takes experience points, and that takes authenticity. That takes not living a lie. That takes pursuit of truth. And maybe your pursuit of truth is in a different type of nature. But to wrap this video up, pursuit of truth, valiant atomic structure, commitment to excellence and truth. And as Jordan Peterson says, when you are not serving your purpose, man, you're opening up black holes. When you're over there watching the porn or doing the gossip conversation with the dum-dum or in the bar or whatever, you're opening black holes that you could have been constructing mountains out of, that the army of God needs you to construct mountains out of that time, your most precious resource. And you have to be aware. You have to have an old head like me, or you have to have an experience like that to really press the importance and to press the reality that there is a potential and opportunity here for us to become extremely strong, make the hierarchy proud, grow beyond the limits of the physical realm, back through to where we started in a better place. That was the idea. But you're either going to be distracted from that or you're going to accomplish it. I pray. And here it is. This is two things. The 2 mouth sounds I told you I was going to hold from the end, and the Jedi ability that you see all over me, all in one thing. You ready? Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for every blessing you bestowed on me. Please look out for all these people, whether they recognize you or they don't. But more for the ones that recognize you. And more for the valiant. But we already know that's true. Please excuse me. I say these things super respectfully. You know, I'm just trying to do my best, and I'm going to do better. And I'm going to be in that aim. And people can believe in each other because they see a deep commitment to you. You know, I'm just recently hooking up with a new guy, and he's inspiring me. And I can depend on him because I see such a hardcore commitment in him to you. And I know you're the strength. I know the miracles that come through you, and I would be not up to par. I would be not on the level if I was not telling people this is where we need to go. Anyone who wants to go here with me, let's go. I will go there with you. I love you. I say these things in your name truly, devotedly, till the end. Jesus Christ, thank you. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a wonderful rest of your evening today. Let's go.